Hey guys, FMI26 here, and welcome to Highlight Season 4 of the F1 League, Round 13 here in Belgium at Francorchamps, one of my favourite circuits. And we're coming to start our qualifying lap now, and I can't remember much about what happened in this race, apart from the fact that it was absolutely awful. So coming into turn 1 in our qualifying lap now, so yeah, that kind of happened. So that's not ideal, and we are now going to be starting right at the back, which is sort of an advantage because it means we can start on the soft or the medium tyres and therefore take advantage of the tyre glitch, which is unfortunately in this game. So we're starting P12 then, which is much lower down the grid than I was expecting at this track, but it gives me some sort of advantage that I can take, so I'm not going to complain too much, although it means it's quite possible that I might get involved in lap 1 carnage as we now head to the grid, where you can see there's going to be no rain, and the game is suggesting that I start on super softs, which is entirely pointless due to the fact that they are a useless tyre on this track, as we can just edit the strategy now. So we start on softs and then go to mediums for the end of the race, which will hopefully allow us to jump a lot of people who are starting on the super softs, which is everyone inside the top 10. Lowering the fuel load a little bit because we won't need all the fuel that the game is giving us. And now we head to the formation lap to just get warmed up. And I'm not going to show all of this once again because it's about 2 minutes. You can see RL Giovinazzi in front of us, also starting on the softs, and Terra Nova behind us, also on the softs. I think Joshi in 14th was also on the softs, and Zinka in 15th was on the mediums, and everyone inside of the top 10 is on the super softs. So, as you can see now, we're just warming up the tyres. Now we head towards the end of the formation lap. No dramas this week, and we shall be pulling into our grid spot as we're going inside Giovinazzi, which is very interesting. So now we're going to pull into our grid spot to get ready for the race. Hopefully we can have a good one. Hopefully we can fight through the field. But as previously mentioned, I'm not particularly happy with how this race turns out. So you'll get to see why in a minute as we pull into our grid spot now. We have the lights on, 3 lights. Now we have 4, and now it's 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. There's a yellow flag already for some reason. We've got an alright start, but we've got someone on the inside. I think that's Terra Nova. We're going to go up the inside of Hamilton Fan. And no, we've hit Schilling and we've damaged our wing. So that's lovely, because our right end plate is now red, and that is GG, because we're going to have to pit at the end of this lap. That's probably my fault, but still annoying nonetheless as we head up towards Rouge. We're going to try and go run outside of Vapid Coupe, but there's nothing doing there. Hamilton Fan behind us, proximity arrow disappears and blows up in the wall, and he's out of the race as we're now getting down the Camel Straight. We're going to pass Schilling and Vapid Coupe in towards Lecom. Pro Racing has had a poor start from P4 as we head down to Lecom, and we get that double overtake done just as the safety car is deployed. Someone has been spun out there, and we're up into P8, is that? Yeah, P8. But obviously we're going to have to pit at the end of this lap, but unfortunately Lucky Dog is in the Haas this week, which means that we can't be pitting this lap because he is pitting to get rid of those super soft tyres. So me and Giovinazzi continue on, and we'd effectively be in a net P1 and 2 if I wasn't, well, he is in a net P1, but because I'm a gypsy and have damaged my front wing, I'm going to have to pit and drop to the back of the field. So as we just get our delta into the green there, Joshi goes past us, but that's nothing to worry about. As we now head round turn 1 to catch up to the safety car, which is just chilling at the bottom of our Rouge here, as we're going very slowly because the safety car was going much slower than I anticipated, and that's caused almost a huge crash there, but everyone's managed to sort that out, and we're now in formation behind the safety car. But at the end of the lap, we're going to have to pit in because there's no way we're going to be able to make this front wing last the whole race. The whole stint rather, without losing a huge amount of time. So we're going to come into the pits now for a set of mediums and then just continue on what our race is going to be. So we'll probably go on to a set of softs near the end, or maybe super softs, depending on how long we can make these medium tyres last. It also depends on what other safety cars are deployed, but Schilling is in the pits with me, so he has also clearly damaged his front wing under the safety car, which means we're not going to be last, we're only going to be second last as we exit the pit lane now with a set of medium tyres on the car as we come out of the pit exit now and head up towards Rouge. The safety car queue is not very far ahead, so we shouldn't have any issues catching it. due to the fact that it's a long lap here and they're really just right up our rouge here, so flat out through there, and we should catch up to the safety car queue, which will hopefully be coming in at the end of this lap, so we can get on with trying to make our way back up the field. Sam in front of us has gone for the softs, Schilling behind has gone for the mediums. I think a vast majority of people went for the softs, to be honest, apart from myself and Silent Mole, who went for mediums, so we'll see if that's a good choice later on in the race as we come towards sector 3 on lap 4. The safety car stayed out for an extra lap and Grumpy Line has unfortunately disconnected under the safety car. So that's no good for him, as he is now out of this race because you can no longer rejoin, because Xbox have made an awful console, meaning that you can't join games anymore. So yeah, he's out of the race, and we'll have another free position as soon as the safety car restart gets going again. But it's very annoying that the safety car stayed out for 3 laps, considering it's the longest track on the calendar, and normally it would just stay out for 2 laps. So we're coming around now. We've got the yellow flag. We're waiting for Giovinazzi to start the safety car restart. Schilling tries to overtake us there, so that's a bit interesting. And I think Giovinazzi has now bolted as Sam overtakes Lion by mistake there and has to back out a bit as we come around the final corner now to start lap 5, and we are racing again here at Francorchamps. We have not got the best restart, to be honest, as Sam is now going to go around the outside of Lion and go through him into turn 1. We're also going to take advantage of that and also go through him, and we are up into P12 now, so that is fantastic news because that is slightly better than P13. So we're now going to come up through our rouge, easy flat if you get the line right, which we do nicely there, and we're in the slipstream of Sam now. As we head down the Camel Straight, we were running quite low rings, so hopefully we can benefit from that with high straight line speed. Sam's going for a move on Vapid Coup, actually into the purple sector 1 from us, as Sam gets the move done on Vapid there, and he is back up into P11, P10 even, and that now leaves Vapid under pressure from us. Surely we can't go around the outside of Rivage. That'd be an outrageous move. We're going to try and put it off. Terra Nova's rejoining the track there, and that's probably going to halt us because he's going to park it on the apex of this corner with no name, which means we're unable to get past, and that gives Schilling a chance to look at us as we head down towards Pouon now. Terra Nova lagging a little bit, and he's not taking the most ideal line through there. He's run wide on the curb. We're going to chuck it up the inside. We've lost it on the curb there. Schilling's having a look in on the action, and we've been hit. Schilling has hit us there, and we're careering out of control into the wall. And we're very lucky that we did not lose our left rear tyre on the wall there. But now, once again, we are last, and Schilling is unfortunately out of the race. But I don't really think there's anything I could have done there. Schilling just hit me, and he apologised to me after the race for that. So no harm done there, as now on lap 6 we've caught up to Lion's AI car as we lose it on the curb. There's Terra Nova, who's out of the Grand Prix because he binned it in the wall. So we're back up into effectively P11 because Lion's AI car does not count, and we should get past him very soon. Anyway, into the bus stop chicane now as we head in there, braking much later than whatever difficulty it's on. I think it's on Expert or maybe Master, and we get that move done nicely up into P11, and now we can look about hunting down Vapid Coot and the rest into the remainder of this stint and this race. So everyone else is on soft tyres, so at the end we should have the advantage of the soft tyres because they'll all be going on to mediums, I assume. They might risk going on to softs, you never know. But there's a yellow flag at our rouge, and Pro Racing has binned it in the wall, and he then proceeds to quit the session. So it's another position for us, and we're now up into the points once again. So that is fantastic news. We're now going to have 1 point to our name as now we head down to Rivage on lap 8. And for some reason we have another safety car. So that has come at the worst time, and I've now been completely screwed over because I don't have another set of medium tyres. And everyone else who was on the soft now gets a free pit stop, whereas myself and Silent Mold, who you can see ahead, have to continue on with these medium tyres until we can pit for a set of softs later on. So that's going to be much less than ideal. We're up into P3 at the moment. Silent Mold's up into P1, and Giovinazzi I think is going to be between us, as you can see now, coming out of turn 1, and Giovinazzi, by starting on the soft tyres, has done a fantastic strategy to be in P2, and that just shows what our race could have been if we hadn't crashed into the back of Schilling at turn 1. So behind the safety car now, and we'll skip to when the safety car is coming in at the end of lap 11, and once again another long safety car, which is annoying, but we're going to have to deal with that, and hopefully we can make the most of this restart. We've got HCR Cupid behind us now, who's going to the end on that set of mediums. So we're in a Mercedes sandwich at the moment, but I suspect Cupid will be much quicker, and I probably won't bother battling him because I just want to make sure I can maximise the best pace that I can go at for my strategy. Silent Mole is still backing up the pack, but he needs to wait till the safety car gets into the pit lane before he has full control, because at the moment we're limited. As you can see, I'm going full throttle, but now the safety car's in the pit lane, so we have full control again. Silent Mole starting the restart now, and he's done that quite well. Giovinazzi has not had a very good restart. Cupid tries to take a wide line exit out of the final corner, but it hasn't worked for him. Giovinazzi's gone off into the distance in front of us, and we're in no man's land here, but I'm sure we're going to be under a lot of pressure as we head down the Kemmel Straight due to the fact that we'll have Cupid behind us, but we're still within a slipstream of Giovinazzi at the moment, so we shouldn't have too many issues as we head down the straight towards Eau Rouge, flat out through here once again. Giovinazzi's going to be back on the back of Luke. We're going to be on the back of both of them. We're going to get a huge slipstream. Look at the speedometer. Someone's crashed in the background. We're getting in the slipstream of Luke and Giovinazzi, but we're going to have to back out of that. Nothing doing there, and we are unable to make the move down. We set a purple sector 1 in the process, but there's no way we can make the move down. As now we've got HCR Cupid, who's going to go up the inside into Rivage. No point in fighting him. He's obviously much quicker driver and on much better tyres. So we've let that go, and we're down into P4 for the moment, but that's not too bad because we're going to have soft tyres on at the end of the race. Skipping one lap later, Cupid has now got past Giovinazzi and the Silent Mole up into P1. Giovinazzi having a look out the inside of Silent Mole into P1. There's contact. Giovinazzi's round. We run off the track to avoid it. We probably didn't need to do that because he probably would have ghosted, but I decided to be safe, and there we go. We've lost positions to Sam and Super Joshi as now Lucky Dog goes around the outside of us as well. And that has been not a mistake, but very unfortunate for us that we were right behind Giovinazzi and had to take evasive action. So we're down into P6 now, which is much less than ideal as Giovinazzi has retired from the session after that, which is not good to see, but whatever, he's chosen to do that. But now Super Jossi's got a poor exit out of Stavilo, and we're going to go around the outside towards Blanchimont, but we're going to clear him well before Blanchimont. Now that's a good move from us up into P5 once again, but it's going to be all meaningless because we're a pit stop behind these guys. As the Lucky Dog has a look around the outside of Sam into the bus stop. We've got Joshi up the inside. We're going to have to try and hang it around the outside with the better traction. There's no DRS enabled yet, as it's now only enabled, and we're holding on to Joshi for the moment into turn 1. He's trying to hang it around the outside. We're probably going to claim the apex and shut that door, which indeed we do, and that's allowed Zinker up the inside now. So our defending from Joshi has made him lose a position to Zinker as we now head up towards Eau Rouge. Are we going to be within the DRS of Sam now as we head through the top of Eau Rouge? It doesn't look like. No, we are in the DRS. The thing comes up. DRS is now activated, and I think we have sufficient gap to Super Joshi, who somehow managed to get back past Zinker, and we hold on into Lecom as we set a green sector 1 there. So Sam also got back past Lucky Dog now, but later on lap 14, Lucky Dog has definitely cleared him a lot. And I think it's our time to make a pit stop for the soft compound tyres as we now head into the pits. HCR Cupid sets the fastest lap of the race, and we're going to come in for a set of soft compound tyres now to go to the end, slowing it down nicely for the white line there. And we will be putting on a set of soft compound tyres to run the remaining 8 laps of the Grand Prix. I could have waited out another 2 laps on these mediums and gone for super soft. I decided I'd just lose more time in battling, and I wanted that clean air so we could push on and try and make up any time we've lost. We're probably going to drop to last place, to be honest, as we're in P9 at the moment, behind Pro Racing's AI, in front of Grumpy Alliance AI, and that's how it will remain. We remain in P9 for the time being. But later on, lap 16, the next lap, we've caught up to Pro Racing's AI, and we're going to pass him nice and easily. We're going purple through sector 2, actually, so this could be a fastest lap of the race for us. Silent Mole has also come into the pit lane at the end of lap 15, has come out in front of us, so I don't think we'll be catching him. And we are looking at a very poor result here in Spa. Our worst result of the season so far has been 6th in Bahrain, when we got disconnected and lost about 20 seconds when we rejoined, as we come to the end of lap 16 now, and we set fastest lap of the race. So you don't see that very often, but we have seen it now, but I'm sure Silent Mole will go on to beat that on this next lap here as we come through the source nicely. You can see his car just a bit up the road there, but now coming towards the end of sector 2 on that lap, you can see that we are down on our previous best, and as you can see, Silent Mole is in front of us, but there's a yellow flag and he's actually going slowly. So from what I heard in the party, he lost it on the curb and hit the wall, exactly the same as what happened to him last season, so that's been extremely unfortunate for him. And we've now gained up to P7, and Super Joshi is the next car in P6, and I believe he's actually in the pit lane for what I think would be a set of super soft tyres with only 5 laps to go. So he's going for the alternate strategy, hoping to push it out at the end, and yeah, indeed he is, and we gain back up into P6. So hopefully we can increase this further and gain maybe a couple more positions. Geston Zink is the next car, but he's a long way ahead. So now on lap 18, we've lost the back end out of Rivage, coming into No Name, and when we've corrected it, we've turned in about 7 kilometres too early, cut the corner and got a penalty, which I guess was deserved, but I don't think we actually gained time from that, and unfortunately it was not removed. But now, on the next lap, we've got Vapid Coot, who's lost the back end out of Malmedy. We're going to try and run that outside into Rivage. Surely not, this will be outrageous if we can pull it off. Yes, we can run the outside of Rivage, and now claiming the apex for No Name. We get the move down up into P5, and next up is Geston Zinker, but I think he's too far ahead for me to do anything about him, and with our penalty, I don't think we're going to be able to pass him, even if he does finish in front of us on track. And indeed, that is correct. Coming towards the end of the race now, HCR Cupid has of course won after pitting for Super Softs at the end and setting fastest lap to steal it from me, so that was not very nice of him. As you can see, Geston Zinker is right there, but there is nothing we could do about him, and we're going to come home for a poor 5th place here in Spa. And there you can see the results on screen right now. HCR Cupid took the win ahead of Lucky Dog, with Sam in 3rd and Zinker in 4th, myself in 5th with Luke in 6th. So that's not ideal for the championship, as I was closing on Sam, who was in 2nd, but obviously he's gained 5 points on me in that race. So hopefully we'll be able to decrease the gap in the next race, which is Monza. So that should be a good one, especially with the slipstream on this game. Hopefully very exciting, and hopefully we don't get absolutely screwed over like in this one. I'll see you then for the Italian Grand Prix. Thanks for watching today, guys. Goodbye.